Dr. Sarah Kale with Wave Physical Therapy and Pilates. Today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about doing a cat-cow segmentally. So most of us know how to do a cat-cow. Today I'm just going to talk about the importance of thinking about segmental movement when you do a cat-cow. A couple of reasons for that. Usually when we do a cat-cow, we kind of just tend to dump into the areas that are already mobile in our spine. So it's easy to just kind of find that like movement in the areas that are already mobile. However, oftentimes we want to find those areas of hypomobility or the areas that are stiff and work into those. This can be especially important if we're doing cat-cows for low back pain. Oftentimes the low back and the pelvis need to move a little bit more in some people, especially in that flexion pattern or the cat pattern. And a lot of times I find that people have a hard time moving into their cow or into their extension in the upper back. So just really important to think about the way that the spine moves in segments when you do this. So as we come into our cat-cow, you always want to think about shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. That puts you in a nice neutral spine, and starting in neutral here, so halfway in between your cat-cow. We'll start by thinking about our cow. So I always say like it's like a cow with a saggy back, right? So you kind of come down into your cow. As you inhale, think about starting at the tailbone, and as you reach the tailbone up, the belly is going to drop a little bit too, and you're going to think about relaxing through the belly. Tailbone reaches up, and think about each segment of the spine. Let the shoulder blades come together a little bit. Usually, again, that's where people are stiff in that thoracic spine, so make sure you let the shoulder blades come in a little bit for you. You don't need to worry about overly arching the neck or jutting out the chin, but just let the head follow the natural movement of the spine here. And then as you go into your cat, you're gonna curl the tailbone under. Again, really important to think about this movement here between the pelvis and the spine. So really tucking that tailbone under. You can draw the lower abdominals in a little bit to help you here, and then segmentally roll all the way up, pushing through the hands so that the shoulder blades kind of come on the outsides of the rib cage, not towards the ears, but finding that rounding there in the thoracic spine as well, all the way up. And then your gaze is going to come down between the legs. And then as you come back into that cow position, again, tailbone's going to curl up. You're going to find that mobility all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades come together. Find that stiff spot between the shoulder blades and your spine. Gaze up in front of the mat. Good, and then we round again. Tailbone curls under first. Find that movement all the way up to the neck. Gaze is going to come down between the legs. And you can do those, usually do about a set of 5 and work with your breath too, so that your spine feels a little bit more mobile. Feel free to like or comment this post if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns.